Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Season 1, Episode number 4 of Chilling Ice Cold Stories with me, your host, Austin, where you get the spookiest of spooky, the eeriest of eerie, and the more bloody than bloody. These stories are frightening and different. Come listen in on some scary stories that may or may not cause insomnia. It has been a little bit since we've been here. Last episode was July 19th, so it's been a very long time, but I've been trying to access this account and I've been thinking about it, but I didn't know how to re-access it to put more stuff up. But I finally figured it out. But it's been basically August, September, almost it's been 3 months. It'd be 3 months in a few days since I made anything to this channel or to this podcast episode account. But welcome back, everybody. So we are gonna go ahead and get into today's episode. I can't believe that it's been this long, but we are gonna be talking about a lot of really scary stories today. I don't know. Last time it was like some weird ones about Craigslist, and it was like, what? Craigslist? So we miss her. Not really. But today, I don't know, it's getting Halloween season, you guys, so more ones are on the way, but I think today we're gonna be doing the real freaky ones, the ghost ones. So we'll be doing the ghost stories today. So I'll be sharing a few of the best scary ghost stories with you guys that'll knock your socks off. Okay, guys, let's get started. Okay, let's begin. Again, welcome back. Okay, so first up on the list, we have Sloss Furnaces in Birmingham, Alabama. 5 years after the Civil War, Birmingham, Alabama was founded. With its birth in 1871 came the need for tons of pig iron to fix the U.S.'s crumbling infrastructure. So Colonel James Withers Sloss began to build Sloss furnaces. A year later, the company opened its doors to hundreds of employees. According to its official website, jobs on blast furnaces were advanced but also dangerous, and many workers started falling to their deaths in the furnaces. By the early 1900s, conditions had worsened with a cruel foreman, James Slag Wormwood, who took dangerous risks to increase production. According to Reader's Digest, during his tenure at Sloss, nearly 50 employees died on site, and many others were involved in terrible accidents. Allegedly, his workers threw him into the furnace in retaliation in 1906. Today, you can still walk the grounds of Sloss furnaces if you dare. You may even hear Slag's voice yelling, "Get back to work!" and witness other paranormal experiences. That is, to me, that's not that creepy, but maybe to you guys, it's really, really creepy, but to me, it's just not creepy, so I'm gonna get out of this little section here that I'm in, and find a new section, because this section just seems so weird. I mean, I don't know what it is. Let's just go find, some scary stories. You guys know that I love myself some good scary horror. We love horror. Okay, let's read hold on. The Ghost, oh no. Okay, The Ghost Who Came to Play. This true ghost story might strike you as more awe than eek, but only until you consider that we really have no idea what our four-legged friends can sense that we cannot. Can dogs see ghosts? Well, there's plenty of dog experts out there, including veterinarians, who will attest to the fact that there's a lot of documentation that could support the notion that dogs can sense paranormal activity. As Jesus... You're kidding. Who names their kid Jesus? That's kind of disrespectful. Armandi TVM, a senior veterinarian for Chewy, put it. Okay, enough with my weird commercial voice. And then there's the fact that this story come to Reader's Digest directly from a well-known psychic medium, Christy Robinette, who has a strong record for using her ghost whispering skills to help detectives solve confounding cases. Marlene settled onto her side of the bed and patted Jack's pillow beside her. Robinette told Reader's Digest a year had gone by, but Marlene was still adjusting to widowhood. Maybe it was crazy to think that after 40 years of marriage she would ever adjust. Elmer the golden retriever seemed to understand this from the very first. That cold, moonless night when Marlene returned alone from the hospital, Elmer did something he'd never done before. He jumped up onto Jack's side of the bed and laid his head on the pillow. Jack would never have allowed it, Robinette pointed out, but Marlene didn't shoo him off. Instead, she lay down beside Elmer and let the peaceful sound of his snoring lull her to sleep. The next night was the same, and the night after that. Over the past year, it had grown into a comforting routine, but not tonight. Tonight was the first time Elmer had left Marlene alone in the bed since Jack's passing. But hearing nails clicking on the wood floor downstairs, Marlene recognized the sound of Elmer's requesting outsies. With a sigh, Marlene made her way down the stairs to the foyer. But Elmer wasn't pacing in front of the big oak door. Rather, he was dancing and wagging and wiggling and bowing, just like he used to do when Jack would come home from work. Oh my gosh, it just gave me big chills. To Marlene, it felt as if Jack had just come home, and Robinette, who is known for her remarkable intuition about these things, believes that it is indeed what happened. Celebrate the spooky season with your friend. These dog Halloween... Okay, never mind. Anyway, wow. Yeah, well, people are saying that dogs can see ghosts. They're saying that they can. It's really, really weird. Okay. Very, very weird story. Give me a little bit of chills, but not nothing too crazy. Let's read The Phantom Patient. The ambulance company that I used to work for had a haunted ambulance, Rig 12, recounts Reddit.com user Zerbo. A lot of EMTs had stories about it, but I never put much stock in paranormal stuff. That is until I had my own experience with Rig 12. My partner and I were working in a rural community around 3 a.m., and it was pitch dark and completely quiet. We were both dozing. I was in the driver's seat and she was in the passenger seat. I woke up to a muffled voice, but I thought my partner was talking. I told her I was trying to sleep and closed my eyes. I distinctly heard a male voice say, "Oh my God, am I dying?" Followed by a few seconds of heavy breathing. My partner and I sat up straight and looked back in the patient compartment where it sounded like the voice had come from. Things were quiet for a couple of seconds, then we heard the click of an oxygen bottle regulator and a hiss as if it was leaking. I turned on the lights and we ran out of the rig. I thought a transition might have climbed in while we were asleep, so we opened the rear doors and no one was there. I checked the oxygen bottles, neither was open. We didn't sleep much after that. Oh my gosh. That is creepy. Let's read The Red Lady of Huntington College. Here is a story that dates back to 1910, but almost any student at Huntington College in Montgomery, Alabama should recognize it. That's because these events that led up to it are said to have actually happened. As the story goes, in 1910, a young woman who was new to the school was known for her love in the color red. Sadly, she was also known for being strange and a loner. As the first term got underway, the young woman grew increasingly isolated. Eventually, she took her life by slashing her wrists. Her body was discovered in a red gown, drenched in blood. From then on, students and faculty have been reporting sightings of a young woman dressed in all red. She's appeared around the college's campus. The figure dwelling in perpetual isolation is often cited as a reminder of the importance of being kind to one's peers. That is weird. Very, very weird. Wow. Okay. Let's read another one. Let's read about a haunted house in Boise, Idaho. I'm going to say it's Boise, but it might be Boise. Let me see. I'll have my thing. Boise. Is it Boise? I'm going to pronounce it as Boise because that's how the translator thing says it. Okay, this is Chop Chop House in Boise, Idaho. The house at 805 West Linton Street in Boise, Idaho is hard to miss. Covered in a layer of soot with windows broken and boarded up and trash strewn about the yard. The two-story, 2,728 square foot craftsman-style home looks like an abandoned horror movie set. The true story, however, is much scarier. Locals refer to it as the Boise Murder House, or even more eyebrow-raising, the Chop Chop House, which is a glib reference to the gruesome homicide that took place there more than 3 decades ago. According to many who lived in the neighborhood or even rented out a room in the house itself, the basement in particular exuded some haunted energy. There have been reports of shadowy figures appearing and disappearing out of nowhere, strange liquid oozing down the walls, and more. Wow, the full story of the Boise murdered house is featured along with a guest interview with Justin Long is an episode of House's beautiful haunted house podcast, Dark House. Subscribe here. That is so disgustingly weird. Okay. Yeah. So, that's pretty creepy. Definitely. Okay, we are going to read our next one. Where'd it go? I thought I had it in here. Huh. That is so weird. There we go. There it is. Okay. Okay. We are going to read the Rural Home's Dark Secret. I grew up in a very old home in rural Wisconsin. It was over 100 years old when we moved in, and the original structure was added onto throughout the years before we moved in. It was originally a one-room house. When I was little, my brother Dylan and I would always see and hear weird things. As an adult, we remember them vividly, but when we were kids, we'd brush it off, and our parents would say we were imagining things. One time, Dylan went up to our mom's room to grab something for her and turned around to see a little boy standing in the doorway of our shared room, the right side, and was always particularly creepy, and it was a renovated attic. And when I was a kid in that same room, I would see my Barbies moving on the top of my flat dollhouse. Oh my gosh. My mom had friends stay over one night, and one stayed on our couch. He woke up in the middle of the night of someone choking him and was like, "There's something here and I need to leave," and he bolted. The real clincher is that when I was in high school, we had to get a new septic tank, and my parents couldn't find it anywhere because the records were awful. So they ended up getting a hold of the son of the original owners. He was 1,000,000 years old, and he told my parents where the tank was because he helped dig it out. My mom was like, "I have to ask. We've had some creepy stuff happen here, but whatever it is, it seems to like our family." She asked if the place was haunted, and according to my mom, when she asked him, his face turned white and blank. It was because his brother hung himself as a teenager in our living room. From Sierra. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? Chills. Play that wolf scene. That is so chilling. Oh my goodness. Anyway, like imagine being told that. Like the person you're talking to, their face just goes blank. They're like, "Oh, because my brother was killed in the living room." What the heck? Let's read The Ghost Marvin. My family had a ghost named Marvin. When I was away at college, my dad moved into a new house, and he and my sister immediately declared it was haunted. I remember my sister texting me throughout the semester, wide awake at 4 a.m., because she was freaked out. She and my dad named him Marvin as a joke, but it kind of stuck. Marvin was actually pretty polite. He would turn off the lights when we let them on. I remember my dad and my sister Skyping me, explaining the weird things that would happen. They would be watching a movie and Marvin would turn off the hallway lights and bathroom lights if they were left on. What? They would be watching a movie and Marvin would turn off the hallway lights and bathroom lights if they were left on. Okay, that's not that weird. Sometimes he turned them back on, though, doing this multiple times throughout the movie or show. These lights weren't on a timer, and they were the kind you had to push hard to turn off. My family decided it was an electrical circuit malfunction because every time Marvin would turn off the lights, you would hear the click as if someone pushed the switch down. Once I was home alone one day during the summer, I was pulling my hair into a ponytail in front of the front door mirror. Suddenly I heard a man's voice say clearly in my ear, "Hello." I whipped around and no one was there. I was really freaked out, so I went for a run just to be out of the house and waited until my dad got home from lunch. We eventually moved out and said goodbye to Marvin. I'm pretty sure he's still there. Jamie. Oh, they named the ghost Marvin. That's creepy. Okay, Amron, I forgot it said about that. Oh my goodness. Ew. That is kind of creepy. I mean, I don't know. Like, it ain't that creepy to me, just like reading it, but like imagine if you were there and you're like looking in the mirror. Hello! Right in your ear. Like that just, that is so creepy. I'm gonna put that wolf more. It's actually me. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that little wolf's me? Aroo! But with the echo, it sounds so more real. Anyway, yeah. So this is like a ghost series. They are like chilling my spine. Horror stories, hospital ones. Do you guys have any good ones? If you guys have any good ones, make sure to email them over to me. I gotta create an email for you guys real quick, so let me go do that. If you want to email them to me, my new email is going to be, maybe like Thriller Chiller or something. What do you guys think I should make it? Should I just do chilling, ice cold stories? Let's create a new account for my personal, just say you're my personal, and you guys can email me, Austin Bender, and you can email me at chillingicecold stories@gmail.com, and it's available, so I can use that. So email me at chillingicecoldstories@gmail.com, and you can send me over some of your most favorite creepy Halloween or any kind of creepy stories. If they're real that happened to you, if you find them somewhere or you heard them somewhere, let me know. I will share them because I love my creeper shows. You guys know that. So send them on over. My creeper movies, I mean, not shows, but I do love my shows too. If you have any cool show recommendations, if you just want to chat over there, you can email me, chillingicecoldstories@gmail.com. And I will chat with you guys over there. But the email has just been made. So send me an email, chillingicecoldstories@gmail.com. Like, I mean, I can have such an actor voice, and people are just, like, so stunned at how, like, funny and kind of weird it sounds. But, like, email me today at chillingicecoldstories@gmail.com. I will see you there. Like, it's kind of funny. So let me just refresh this. Okay. And then let's just change my theme on here, and we're going to take a little bit of a break. And then we're going to get back into our really creepy stories. What is going on with my... Just go back to the original Gmail view. Whatever the heck you're even talking about. Because something's messed up on here. Whatever that new Gmail view is. Whatever you mean. And we're going to pick a really, like... Either some, like, ice dripping... Or some, like, ghost or something. I'm going to look it up. Featured. Oh, they just got some basic ones you can't view. There's a lightning one. Do they have like any like creepy ones, like a Halloween one that I can use for like all the time? It's chilling ice cold stories. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find one, so I might have to just like get one offline, download it, and then use it. Okay, here's some autumn leaves. Yeah, there is nothing. Oh, I can search online? I don't have any photos yet. What do you mean I don't have any photos yet? My photos. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do a ghost one. I can't, I don't understand. That's so confusing. Okay. Well, I just saw one I liked. Where'd it go? This is so weird. Okay. Okay, I found one that I liked. It's like a very like tree. It's very creepy. So we'll use that for chilling ice cold stories at gmail.com. So make sure you guys check out that email, and we are going to wrap it up with one more story today. Just one more. Let me read it. Let me find it. It's in here somewhere. Okay. This man in black. This man in black used to work in a skilled nursing facility. I was usually assigned to the Alzheimer's ward. One night, I'm in the linen room stocking my cart, and I heard someone shuffle up behind me. Then I felt a hand on my shoulder. I turned around, and there was no one else in the room. The door was still shut, too. Another lady to complain that a man was coming into her room at night. Again, Alzheimer's. So I didn't think much of it. To reassure her, I told her I'd check on her throughout the night. She complained of this man every night for 2 more weeks when I asked her to describe him to me. He's real handsome and he wears a black suit. Oh, he's right behind you now, honey. That freaked me the F out. Of course there was no one behind me. She died the next night in her sleep. Anonymous. Man, that one's extra chillin'. Extra chilling. Anyway, one last one to end off today. We are going to be reading And These Ones. And These Ones. About 2 years ago, we treated patients during a fungal meningitis outbreak. Our acute care floor was a census of 20. During this, at least 10 to 15 were meningitis patients, age ranging from 20s to 90s. There are no shared rooms, and all patients were in isolation, no contact with one another. Many of them had the same hallucinations: children in the corner of their rooms and auditory hallucinations of religious music. I had a bacterial meningitis and had similar hallucinations. Kids' voices talking to me, people walking around my room staring at me like I was naked in a train station. My dad later assured me he was the only one there. It continued randomly for a few weeks after I left the hospital. I put it down to all the drugs they were giving me, but it was seriously effed me up for a while. Like, this isn't even that scary. Like, I mean, seriously, like, I mean, they're, like, why are they... I don't know. Anyway, this episode was kind of crappy. I do apologize for no, like, really, like, crazy, chilling stories, but, like, there's nothing that I can really, like, find today. I think we read them all, you guys. But that's pretty much it for today's episode here. I will see you guys in the next episode on Chilling Ice Cold Stories. Bye, everybody. I hope you weren't too scared. There's more coming on Chilling Ice Cold Stories.